fun bike for just goosing around little mountain roads and cruising. It's not as much fun on the highway. You know, super bikes, you can kind of tuck down under the fairing and get out of the wind. This thing you can't, because you have kind of a motardy, dirt bikey riding position. So it really, really turns you into a windsock. But, you know, you can crouch down a little bit under this ridiculous fairing here, but it doesn't really help much. So, under about 80, it's just all kinds of fun. It accelerates like a mother. Very, very fast steering, very nimble bike. And quite forgiving. You know, there's a reason why Ducati sells 11 billion Monsters a year. It's because it's a really good bike. Sounds nice, you know. It's got that 2-valve kind of rasp, which the 4-valve engines don't really have anymore. This one's got an aero exhaust on it, so it's nicer than it otherwise would be. I mean, stock, you can't even hear the damn thing run. It's got that ridiculously ugly catalytic converter box thing under the bike, and it's like, nope, not for me. Don't need that in my life. Other than that, it's stock right now, aside from some better brake pads and the other things, decent oil. No idea why the hell Ducati uses shit oil to this day, but they do. In my opinion, I use AMSOIL, and I'm a bike mechanic and a regular mechanic and an engineer, and I've torn engines down and built my own engines and shit, and I've seen what happens when you run to them when you want crap oil, and I've seen what happens to them when you run a good oil, like AMSOIL. And the difference is pretty stark. It is. Thank you. So, I run good oil. Because I don't like rebuilding bike engines, it sucks. Going through town here, so I'll just not drive like a complete twat. So, we're getting into early fall here. Just early September. It's actually 9/11 today, which I have a bit of personal experience with. I was there when it happened on the NYU campus, which is about 3 blocks away from the World Trade Center. And I lost some friends that day. Lost 4 friends who worked in the tower, one of the towers. And a lot of friends at the Pentagon who didn't hear from for like a week. Yeah, so unfortunately a lot of people these days seem to have forgotten about 9/11, which is really a shame, because it was horrible if you were there, you know. I was on a bike then too. I actually remember one of my most vivid memories of 9/11 is the following weekend, that Saturday. I went outside of the city after it hit the fan, and then I came back in on my CBR 600 at the time, F3, and it was a ghost town. You know, if you've ever been to New York City, you know what Times Square looks like at just about any time of the year, and it was a ghost town. There was like 2 or 3 taxis in Times Square, and that was it. And that was, in some ways, a bit more of a freaky thing than the actual event to me. But one of the most amazing things you saw was every construction site, every building covered in flags, every car, every bike had a flag on it. That was an amazing thing, because, you know, whatever everyone's differences were for that period of time, fucking, we're all Americans. You know, and all the firefighters who came out, all the Red Cross people, all the first responders who came out after the fact just to help people out, was really one of the most amazing things I've ever seen in my life. And I still to this day have a great amount of respect for those people, because without them, and especially our men and women in the military, I wouldn't be out here doing this. I'd be probably in jail somewhere for political re-education, or dead. So thanks, guys. If you're in the Army, Navy, Marines, Air Force, and of course National Guard, thank you. I love you guys very much. Anything I can ever do for you, any servicemen want to stop by at some point, you're in the New York area, let me know. First beer is on me. Hell, the first 10 beers are on me. That's probably going to make me bankrupt, but I don't care. So yeah, 9/11. It's hard to believe it was 14 years ago, but it was. So yes, wrapping around a little place that actually straddles the New York-New Jersey border right now. I'm not going to tell you exactly where it is. If you know, great. But I'll give it away. It's a lake, which if you've ever seen the topography in New York or in New Jersey and North New Jersey, you'll notice there's quite a number of them. So feel free to go out and try to find it. Just when you're riding through the populated areas here, don't be a dick, because I like riding here a lot, and it's no fun if the cops are at every corner looking for people on bikes who are being dicks. It's also no fun if someone gets killed, so don't be a dick. I'm just amazed there are no cars yet. Of course, I'm completely jinxed the other side of the lake. This is the east side, which is usually pretty devoid of traffic for whatever reason. The west side usually sucks to some degree. So we'll see if that's the case today. And there's someone who almost killed me. That's nice. Thanks, dude. Yeah, biggest thing in New York with people who are trying to kill you is they just don't fucking look. They just blast out into the intersection and like, oh, well, I've got airbags. Yeah, well, I don't, you fucking douche. So, eat me. But, whatever. He didn't kill me, so I'll take it. A little stoppy there. Because I'm a hooligan. And a false neutral for my trouble. Nice. Karma's a bitch. And all the cars are going the other way. That's a good sign. And apparently it's fire time. So I think I'll go away, because I don't want to be in their way either. Jeeps are like the ultimate douchebag car in New York, because they're always driven by some idiot who cannot drive at all. And if you like Jeeps, I'm sorry, but that's just how it is here. Yeah, I like Jeeps. My dad was a big Jeep guy. Well, okay, I'll reiterate, I don't like Jeeps. But my dad was a big Jeep guy, and I had a lot of fun in Jeeps. I just, you know, if I'm going to go off-road, I would much rather be on a bike or in a rally car or something that goes fast. Because Jeeps don't. Pretty much no matter what you do to them. Unless you take an SRT8 off-road, and good luck with that. But yeah, they don't go fast, and I like going fast. Alright, really starting to get tired of this guy now. Supremely tired of this guy now. I can see his ear hair from here. It's not what you'd call a sprightly gentleman. But they're not, so fuck them. Could have just been motorcycling enthusiasts, which in which case, hi! But don't stand there with your hands on your hips looking disapproving like a cop, because I don't need that in my life. Especially when I'm passing a car on a double yellow single lane road. Which I usually don't do, I'd like to say. I mean, you know, I try really hard to not be a dick on the road on a bike, because we are kind of ambassadors to the sport, shall we say. And if we're dicks, we're going to get that rep. And I also try not to shit where I live. Fortunately, I don't live anywhere near here, so that's good. But if you're just being just an obtuse cockbag, you don't know I'm there, or you don't care I'm there, or worse yet, you know I'm there and you're just being an asshole, fuck you, I'm going to pass you. Because my bike's hot, and I'm hot. And I don't want to be uncomfortable just because you're a dick. Plus, absolutely nothing in front of this guy, so it was worth doing. Now I can rap along and have a little bit of fun. And, you know, do my thing without douche boy there being a douche. I don't know exactly how fast I'm going. Because this is a 40 zone and I'm doing more than that. And there's a semi who wants to kill me, fuck him. See ya, If the semi can cross a double yellow, I can cross a double yellow. That's the way I see it. That seems reasonable to me. Oh, what a beautiful morning. It was raining all day yesterday. It's really friggin' depressing. Oop, false neutral there. Raining all day yesterday, and you know, they said, looked at my little Apple Watch and it said, yep, it's gonna be fine. And I'm like, I don't know, those clouds look kind of shitty. But it was, because now it's clearing up, and but it's still nice and cool. It was a really good day to blast around a lake like that one. Oh, another pedophiles crossing sign there. Not slowing down for that. Fuck you, bastards. Ooh, that sounds good. I like this bike. I don't ride it as much as I should, because I have, you know, a lot more angry insanity bikes that I like to play with, but every time I take it out I regret it because it's just such a good bike. It's if it was like, you know, 100 pounds lighter. Now that's what you do. That's how you do it. Okay? You wave me by, you don't be a dick. You pull over a little bit and I will be gone. Not up your ass for 20 miles. I love you, person, whoever you were. If you see yourself in this video, thank you. Any cagers listening to this, which would be people who don't ride bikes, do that, please. God's sake, pull over a little bit and wave me by. I will go, and then I will not hate you, and I will not be up your ass for 10 miles. And everybody wins. It's called courtesy. When I'm in a car, I do that constantly for bikes, because I ride. But just in general, even if I didn't, I would just not be an asshole. I would let people by if they're going way faster than me. Which in my case is never, but if it were the case, I would do it, because I'm not a dick. Most of the time. Sometimes I'm a dick, but when it comes to etiquette in traffic, I'm decidedly not a dick whenever possible, which puts me in the 0.00001% in the New York tri-state area. Because for the 50% of people who are intentionally dicks, the other 49.999% are just oblivious. They're just like, huh? What's happening? I don't understand. Why is he yelling at me? Well, maybe it's because you're trying to fucking kill me. Hey, you like my videos? Well, subscribe to the channel then. Hit the like button. And if you want to comment, you know, tell me what kind of an idiot I am, go over to leonloco.com and let me know. Yeah.